Linear equalities are similar to linear equations, except for it doesn't have an equal sign. It's got an inequality symbol. So the inequality symbols are greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, or less than or equal to. What we want to do here is solve linear inequalities. So we solve linear inequalities with addition and subtraction like regular equations. Now, if we're going to be multiplying or dividing by a negative number, then we're going to have to remember to flip the symbol. So the first examples here, we're just going to be worrying about adding and subtracting. So in example 1, we want to solve for m. So right now it says m plus 3.7. So the opposite of adding 3.7 is subtracting 3.7. So I'm going to subtract 3.7 on both sides. And now I have m is less than 9.1 minus 3.7 will give us 5.4. Example 2, d minus 4 is greater than 16. Going to do the opposite, which means I'm going to add 4 to both sides, and I'm left with d is greater than 20. Example 3, m plus 7 is greater than or equal to 9. The opposite of adding 7 is subtracting 7. And I have m is greater than or equal to 2. In example 4, d minus 6 is less than or equal to 14. The opposite of subtracting 6 is adding 6. So I'm going to add 6 to both sides. And I have d is less than or equal to 20. So these are all examples we were adding and subtracting to get the variable by itself. Now let's look at some where you're multiplying and dividing. So here we're going to do the same thing, except for we're going to multiply or divide to get the variable by itself. So example 5, 14 times m is greater than 56. I'm going to divide by 14 on both sides. And m is going to be greater than 56 divided by 14 would give us 4. Example 6, x divided by 4 is greater than or equal to 9. To get x by itself, the opposite of dividing by 4 is multiplying by 4. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 4, and I have x is greater than or equal to 36. Example 7, negative 14m is less than 56. The opposite of multiplying by negative 14 is divide by negative 14. I'm going to divide both sides by a negative 14. And now I have m, and because I am dividing by a negative, I have to flip the symbol. So now it's going to be greater than, and 56 divided by negative 14 would give us a negative 4. Now you might wonder, why are we switching or flipping the symbol? Well, if we didn't flip the symbol and we just said m was less than negative 4, I would pick a number that's less than negative 4. And a number less than negative 4, I could choose as negative 5. Negative 5, so if I did negative 5 times negative 14, that would give me a positive 70. Positive 70 cannot be less than 56. So that would not make the original inequality true. So I would have to flip the symbol because of the negative. In example 8, we have negative x divided by 4 is less than or equal to 9. Now I would just consider this as negative 4, so you can just do it all in one step. So the opposite of dividing by a negative 4 is multiplying by a negative 4. And whatever I do on one side, I do on the other. So it'd be x is not less than or equal to, but it would be greater than or equal to a negative 36. Now, if you want to verify that that's correct, give me a number that's bigger than or equal to negative 36. I'm going to keep it simple and put it as 0. 0 is greater than or equal to negative 36. So if I put 0 back into the original equation, 0 divided by -4 is 0. 0 is less than or equal to 9. Therefore, x can be greater than or equal to -36. So that's how you can solve linear inequalities by adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing.